Yes, it seems Bola Tinubu is not safe from civil society organizations and other human rights groups because lots of things are happening. They have been very active in the background to see that if he is going to come on board illegitimately, then and if he's going to be affirmed by the judiciary, same judiciary that will suffer penury if he goes wrong in governance, then it is their own responsibility to make sure that they put him in the right order to put things in check, because if they don't put him in check, lots of civil society organizations believe so much that Bola Tinubu, with the sort of cabinet he surrounds himself with, will at the end disappoint Nigerians. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower. Serap have sued Bola Ahmed Tinubu over failure to probe missing petroleum and oil revenues. Lots of revenues. I would call them lots, because this particular suit that has been tabled before the High Court in Lagos is so detailed that you will be shocked that there are groups in this country that have details of billions of Nigerian naira that have been stolen by the NNPC and other oil-related groups or oil-related organizations that have not been brought to book. To this effect, Serap, who have been at the forefront fighting for transparency in various governments, have come out to sue Bola Tinubu over his failure to probe missing oil revenues from 2020 till date. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against President Bola Tinubu over his administration's failure to probe alleged missing funds for unaccounted oil revenues and repair of refineries between 2020 and 2021. This is contained in a statement released by the organization's Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, which was made available to Punch on Sunday. The allegations are contained in the 2021 report by the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI. Oluwadare noted that the organization, amongst other things, seeks the court's order to compel Tinubu to direct appropriate anti-corruption agencies to prove allegations of corruption involving the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company Limited, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NPDC), and state-owned enterprises. In the suit, with suit number FHC/L/CS/2334/2023, filed last Friday at the Federal High Court in Lagos, Serap is seeking an order of mandamus to direct and compel President Tinubu to probe the allegations that $15 billion of oil revenue and 200 billion naira budgeted to repair and maintain the refineries in Nigeria are missing and unaccounted for. Serap is also seeking an order of mandamus to compel President Tinubu to direct appropriate anti-corruption agencies to probe allegations of corruption involving the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company Limited, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NPDC), and state-owned enterprises (SOE). Serap is also seeking an order of mandamus to compel President Tinubu to use any recovered proceeds of corruption to enhance the well-being of Nigerians. Serap argues that many years of allegations of corruption and mismanagement in the spending of oil revenues and impunity of perpetrators have undermined public trust and confidence in governments at all levels. In the suit, Serap is arguing that there is a legitimate public interest in ensuring justice and accountability for these serious allegations. Granting the reliefs sought would end the impunity of perpetrators and ensure justice for victims of corruption. Serap also argues the allegations of corruption documented by the NEITI undermine economic development of the country, trap the majority of Nigerians in poverty, and deprive them of opportunities. According to Serap, unless the president is directed and compelled to get to the bottom of this, damning revelations, suspected perpetrators would continue to enjoy impunity for their crimes and enjoy the fruits of their crimes. Serap also argues the findings by the EITI suggest a grave violation of the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution in 1999 as amended, national anti-corruption laws, and the country's obligations under the UN Convention Against Corruption. The suit filed on behalf of Serap by its lawyers Kolawole Oluwadare, Andrew Nwankwo, and Ms. Valentina Adegoke read in part, the Tinubu government has constitutional duty to ensure transparency and accountability in the spending of the country's oil wealth. Serap is therefore seeking an order of mandamus to direct and compel President Tinubu to put in place mechanisms for accountability and transparency in the oil sector. According to the 2021 report by the NEITI, government agencies including Nigerian Petroleum Development Company (NNPC) and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NPDC) failed to remit $13.591 million and $8.251 billion to the public treasury. The NNPC and the NPDC failed to remit over 70% of these public funds. NEITI wants both the NNPC and the NPDC to be investigated and for the missing public funds to be fully recovered. The report also shows that in 2021, the state-owned enterprise SOE and its subsidiaries, the NNPC Group, reportedly spent $6.931 billion on behalf of the federal government, but without appropriation by the National Assembly. The money may be missing. The NNPC also reportedly obtained a loan of $3 billion in 2012, purportedly to settle subsidy payments due to petroleum product marketers, but there is no disclosure of the details of the loan and the loan subsidy, and also no details of the beneficiaries of the payments. The report also shows that 9.73 billion naira was paid to the NNPC as pipeline transportation revenue earned from joint venture operations, but the money was neither remitted to the Federation nor properly accounted for. The NPDC in 2021 also failed to remit $7.61 million realized from the sale of crude oil over time. The report documents that about 200 billion naira was spent on refineries rehabilitation between 2020 and 2021, but none of the refineries was operational in 2021 despite the spending. NEITI therefore wants the spending to be investigated as the money might be missing. Joined in the suit as respondent is Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. But no date has been fixed for the hearing of the suit yet. Alright, Serap there. Well, I would not say anything yet until the suit begins. The date for the suit is yet to be announced, but I will follow it up until I finally find out the date that has been stated for this lawsuit against the president. Of course, you have a representative, but he must do as the lawsuit says unless he wins that battle, which he may not likely win. Because lots of work and lots of assignments have been done by the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI. And they will see to it that Serap, too, would see to the end of this whole case. Now, secondly, I would go straight. Governor of Kogi State, Governor Yahaya Adoza Bello, has reacted to the appeal court's judgment that affirmed Barrister Natasha Akpoti as senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District. He also spoke as preparations are being heightened in reception of the December elections in Kogi State. Please stay tuned for Governor Yahaya Adoza Bello.
I, as the Executive Governor of Kogi State, received a news of the decision of the court of Appeal, nullifying the election of Senator Abubakar Sadiq Ohere and affirming Barrister Natasha Apoti as the senator representing Kogi Central. I accept the decision of the appeal court, and I use this opportunity to congratulate my sister, Barrister Natasha Apoti, as the senator of the Kogi Central Senatorial District. Let me also use this opportunity to congratulate everybody that have participated so far in this democratic process. This is the beauty of democracy. As the governor of the state, as the leader of my own party, the All Progressive Congress, of course, I wouldn't want to lose one seat to any opposition party in Kogi State. However, both Natasha and Engineer Abubakar Sadiq Ohere, they are both my brother and sister. We all hail from the same senatorial district, the same tribe, the same heritage. I use this opportunity again to call on everybody from Kogi Central to please accept this decision, work hand in hand with all the elected members of the both national and state House of Assembly, and let us drive the cause of development of our there senatorial district, our state, and the nation at large. I thank the wise men who took this decision. I appreciate all the processes that culminate into today's decision. We in Kogi Central, we in Kogi State will continue to be united. We have a larger picture ahead of us, which is the November 11, 2023 gubernatorial election that we are poised to win with landslide. Let no one get distracted. All eyes on the ball, and ensure that we have a hitch-free campaign, a violent-free election, and a resounding victory at the end of the day. I use this opportunity to thank all of you, and may God continue to bless Kogi State, bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, bless Kogi Central, and all of the people of the state. I thank you so much.
All right, Yaya Bello. Well, I will not commend him because I have not known him with this good conduct. So I believe this is a cameo. He is just playing because he has been defeated by the courts. Because Yaya Bello is not this humble. The Yaya Bello I know is not this humble. So that should be a cameo. But nonetheless, he has fostered a kind of sportsmanship that should be fostered by any leader. Kudos to Yaya Bello if you really meant that. If you didn't, well, we will see it in the near future, because the fact that you promised a hitch-free election in Kogi State come December, and you promised a violent-free elections, well, but this one that you are so assured of, winning at the polls, landslide. it's rare for somebody that is politics, yeah, but it's rare because unless you have something to do, well, we will see to that. December is just by the corner. Finally, Aisha Yusufu, Labour Party member and member too of the Obi-Deti Presidential Campaign Council, and also an activist in the country, has reacted to the trending issue of Abacha's loot. Lots of issues have been trending online recently about funds allegedly embezzled by the former head of state. And she's of the opinion, the honest opinion, that if Abacha will be probed for his loot because he is dead or because he looted, then what about, or what happens to other heads of states who looted, all right? Is it because Abacha is dead that his own case seems different? More details from Aisha Yusufu.
It's not only Abacha that looted. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of former head of states, a lot of people who have held positions that have looted. Why is it that their monies are never brought back? Why is it is it because this one died that now it becomes okay, the West can bring in, then the other ones are being kept? And so we have a lot of people who have over the years, depleted our wealth, stolen our common wealth, and then just take them to the countries outside. And most times we've not been able to find administration that will come in and actually fight this corruption, because the administrations that are coming also, they also go on to be corrupt, if not even more corrupt than the ones that were before. One of the things that people thought Buhari was going to do was that he was going to fight corruption. I mean, if people remember that famous body language where people that had even stolen money when Buhari was sworn in, they started returning monies and all of that. And then it turned out that Buhari he was even more corrupt than the ones that had been before, and his administration is absolutely so brazenly corrupt. And so it's really a sad thing, but it's part of the things that we must continue to not give up on, and to ask questions on, and to keep saying that yes, in as much as we're bringing this loot, we have to also ask, what about the other ones? Are there other people, haven't they stolen? Why is it that the West is only ready to bring the loot of the one that has died? What about the ones that are alive that also stole our monies? Is it that they didn't take it there, or is there connivance between the West and the corrupt people? One of the things also is the fact that I have always said this: Nigeria doesn't need aid from any country. All we need is that please don't give enabling environment for people who steal our commonwealth to go and put it in your countries, to be able to have enabling environment for them to hide them. You understand? As long as you do that for us, we'll be good.
All right, being comfortable speaking about funds, Aisha Yusufu, kudos, because Sani Abacha, former head of state, is dead or is no more, should not really mean that we should quickly, or those involved, yes, the European community should quickly come up. They should not just expose Abacha, they should expose other people who have their funds with the Western countries, because I see, or I'm looking at it from the perspective, just like Aisha is doing, that maybe because Abacha is deceased, Sani Abacha is deceased, maybe that is why the Western countries or the Western communities have begun to, avail his loots over the past government. But nonetheless, I will not play down every other efforts by the European community to make sure there is transparency in past loots that have been made available to the country and its governments over time. Thank you so much for staying thus far. I hope you enjoyed our updates. Please like our videos, share them. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. If you're watching me for the first time, do well to tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you get to see me first time anytime I drop a new update. Please do this. With this, you will make us serve you better. See you next time. Bye.